This week on Steel Horse Thunder.
Everybody's got smiles even though most of them are soaking wet.
It's the ever so popular Dash for Cash out of Krambos.
This ride is to help support this young man here who was in a tree trimming accident. They went to save the man he was working with who got into some power lines and got injured in that, and we're trying to help him and his family out.
Then we head out to Southside Harley-Davidson's brand new Motorcycle Academy course.
Hey, it's Professor Anderson back on Steel Horse Thunder with Safety 101. Hey, today we're out at the Harley-Davidson Riding Academy range by Indianapolis Southside Harley-Davidson, and we're getting ready to put a group of students through the basic rider class.
All that and much more this week on Steel Horse Thunder.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Don't look now. Krambos isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Krambos, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Krambos also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Krambos, voted #1 for a reason.
Motorcycle riders want the freedom of the open road. Unfortunately, other motorists often do not give riders the proper attention the law requires. Call us at Leidendorf Law. Like family, because we are.
Hey, welcome to the episode. And as you know, this year, all of our charity rides are sponsored by 36 Saloon out in Rockville, Indiana. You've got to get out and check this place out. I mean, they've got the hog pit outside, which is 21 or older, but inside the restaurant, you can all ages. It's family oriented. It's awesome. You have to check this place out, man. It's not just for bikers, but it kind of is. You know what I'm saying? So you get out there to Rockville, Indiana. It's 36 Saloon. It's Indiana's premier motorcycle destination. And when you get there, you tell them Steel Horse Thunder sent you. Now, let's take a look at the Dash for Cash.
Well, Chris, this is the 10th annual Dash for Cash,
Yes.
and I always say it wrong. I always say Cash for Dash, but you're here with the family. Tell me what this ride is about today.
This ride is to help support this young man here who was in a tree trimming accident. They went to save the man he was working with who got into some power lines and got injured in that, and we're trying to help him and his family out and get some handicap accessible things for him to make his life easier. So, and you know, we Mother Nature didn't cooperate with us today, but you know, out of 10 years, it was bound to happen. So, but we still have great support. The bikers are still showing up. People are even coming in their cars. Everybody's supporting the ride. So.
You know, there's so many people here today. I am so surprised at how many, but bikers are that way. And I've heard a lot of people say that they're going to go ahead and go around to the different businesses that are on the ride because they put a lot of effort into it too. So it's been nice to hear that people are going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we got people doing the route in cars. You know, we try to drive the route into other small businesses, so that way they can go out and support them as well. So, we're appreciative that that's happening, and I think it's all going to be good. Everybody's got smiles even though most of them are soaking wet.
So, Jake, you're here today. This is such a rain out today, but man, there's a lot of people here, and I saw you over there trying to fix something. What were you trying to fix?
We're just having some minor rain coming in the building, so we're just
minor rain.
Yeah, with this heavy rain, apparently there's some gutter things that need to be fixed, but working on that, and everybody's still here having fun and having a good time. They've already raised a bunch of money so far, so I guess even if you're not riding, come out and hang out.
It's pretty amazing because there are a lot of people, and the rain is coming down like cats and dogs today.
Yeah.
And lightning and thunder. I'm glad to see the people out. At least they're riding. They're not all of them riding out, but they're driving out giving cash and support, and so it's pretty cool to see all. It's good to see you out here too.
Yeah, you too. It's awesome. They got a lot of cool stuff over here for the silent auction. So hopefully I don't win it all, because if I do, I'll be broke. But I got some good bids out there, hopefully.
So you were at the first one. Compared to the first one to now being 10 years, even though it's raining today, and I think you said it was raining at the first one also, right?
Yes. Yeah, there was 37 of us at the first one, and last year they had 750 plus.
You know, it's been a big ride. Every year it's been a lot. And they do such a great job because they do the scavenger hunt and everything else. I don't think anybody's going to do that today, although I have seen some riders out there today.
Yeah, there's been some out there.
Andrew, you are here today, the Dash for Cash. You guys are the family that is being helped. Can you tell me how you feel about that?
I feel very, very grateful. I mean, it touches my heart to see that everybody still showed up on such a dreary day, and they're making the best out of it, and I love it. I mean, I love to talk to new people and get to know them and everything else. It's really nice.
So can you tell me exactly what happened with you?
About 3.5 years ago, I was cutting some trees, ended up getting into a power line, and we was messing around, and I don't want to say messing around, but we was working, and he ended up getting electrocuted, and it ended up touching me in the back. The electricity went in my back. It came out my knees, out my arms, burnt my chest. Back behind my ears, I have skin grafts, and on the top of my head. And I'm very lucky to be here.
I pray and believe that there's going to be a lot of money raised for you.
Yes.
So
thank you guys very much. It's like I said, it touches the bottom of my heart that everybody still came out and is riding and donating and everything else and having a good time, and I love it.
it's awesome. And, you know, Chris and Beth are such awesome people. They do so much for the motorcycle community. They raise a lot of funds for a lot of people, and we're so blessed to have them here doing this. And thank you for being here, and just enjoy yourself today. Have a great day.
Oh yes, I will. I wouldn't have missed it for the world to be here, because everybody still come out, you know. I wouldn't have missed it for anything. And thank everybody like Chris and Beth and all them that started it, and everybody who volunteered. I just want to thank them from the bottom of my heart and everything else.
Okay, I have to ask you, because I think you're probably a little bit crazy. You rode your bike in this weather, this Dash for Cash. It's amazing, though, how many people are here. So why did you ride your bike?
Well, I kind of thought there'd be more people riding their bike out, but, you know, it's a good cause, so we wanted to come out and support the good cause. So
it's a great cause. And you know, I saw there was a few bikes out there, so you are not the only one that rode out. You're not the only crazy one.
Yeah.
But
usually the whole street's lined up with bikes, but you know, I can totally understand. I don't live too far from here, so that makes a big difference too.
Okay, so you're crazy enough to ride your bike out. Are you going to do the ride, the scavenger hunt today also?
I don't know if we'll do the complete one, but I think we're going to try to do maybe partial. So
well, let me give you one suggestion, because I hear the thunder in the background. Please do not ride in the lightning and thunder, okay?
Okay, yep.
This ride's a little bit rained out, but you guys have a great cause, the 22 mission. We've talked to you guys before. Tell me about what your cause is.
So about 20 veterans a day die by way of suicide. Our mission is to prevent that, hopefully lower that number to 0. And we do that through different programs that we offer at no cost to our veterans. So we're here to raise awareness on the mental health cause and to raise money for our organization.
So what is the different programs that you guys have for this?
So we have equine therapy, and we have a whole other programs, but I wouldn't be able to tell you each and every one of them. I have my cue card that I always use, but yeah, it's different programs that suit different people. So, yeah.
So that way the veterans can go out and they can do these programs. It helps them. They get therapy, right?
Yes, the idea is to get them the help they need, therapy, and try to avoid, a bunch of prescriptions, but giving them different coping mechanisms. So, yeah.
You guys, we've talked to you before about the SOCS program, so others can survive. Tell me about this program.
We help the homeless with basic necessities, socks, blankets, clothing, hygiene products. We help all of Central Indiana. We go to the camps at least once a month and try for 2 to 3 times a month.
And when you say camps, you're talking about where these homeless people live out on the streets, right?
Correct. We do probably 10 to 15 stops when we go out. We have not run into any children, but there's all size adults. So we accept all kinds of donations. Anything that's no longer needed by you is needed by somebody else.
So do you guys take, I know it's like new things, do you guys take used things also?
Yes, we take, like I say, new, used clothing. The officers take home and wash and clean up. Anything that the homeless camps don't use, or like children's clothing or whatever, we take to the local community centers, so nothing is thrown away. It's all recycled.
So you guys have been out here to Krambos Ride. Of course, today we all know that it's raining and it's thunder and lightning. I think you guys must have drove your car though, because you're not wet.
Yeah, we decided not to chance it, so we're just gonna come down, donate, and then we'll come back later and bid on some of their gifts and stuff. So yeah,
they have a lot of good gifts over there, so you're going to want to get here early. Yeah. Do you see anything you want?
I did. There's a lot of good stuff over there.
I know you guys do your own ride also. Can you tell me about that ride, when it is, so that people will know for next year? I know it's already went this year, but when it is next year?
Yeah, we do it the second Saturday of June every year. It's the Charlie Johnston Memorial Ride. We pick a charity every year, donate to it, and the fire department gets part of the money so that we can help two places like that. So
when is that ride?
This year it was June 8th. So yeah.
And next year it is in June also, right?
Yes.
Second Saturday of every June.
Yeah, second Saturday.
Second weekend.
Second weekend. Don't forget that second weekend. Tell me about it, because you said there's a kind of special story about this ride.
Right. 6 years ago, our brother Charlie was hit head on his little scooter. He was killed instantly. So we went ahead and started a charity ride for him. That way we could remember him, help other couples or other charities. That way we could do stuff for, keep his name alive.
Well, I talked to Beth, and Beth said that Charlie was around everywhere, that he had more offers for proposals, whatever, than anybody, that he danced with everybody, and he was always around town.
He would say, you want to dance with me, or do you miss me? Yeah, he was special. He really was.
And he'd push all the husbands away just so he could dance with those ladies, right?
And he didn't have a mean bone in his body. He was a wonderful, wonderful person.
Well, I hope the next year you guys will have a lot of bikes at this ride. It's a great cause. The firemen, and I know you said maybe the police officers also get some of that.
Yeah, this year we rode for the Greencastle Police Department, and we're going to give them about $4,200, and the fire department made around $2,200. So we're going to give out about $6,400 before it's over with. It's not a huge amount, but it's
you know what? Every amount counts. So it doesn't matter how much it is. It doesn't matter how big, how little. Every bit of it counts when they're in need. So if any of you guys want to ride next year, try to remember this ride. It's the Charlie Johnson ride. It's the second weekend in June. Yeah. So you guys enjoy your time here at the Dash for Cash, and hopefully we'll be able to see you next year.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I hear you rode all the way up from Georgia to get to this ride. Why?
Yeah. So we come up from Atlanta yesterday, and this is something that's near and dear to our heart. We did the first ride in 2014 or 2015, and when we met Chris and Beth, just the great people that they are and the great cause and just giving to the community and seeing the community that just rallies around to support this in a local event, and all the proceeds go directly to the families. And you know, Ashley and I, we have 4 girls, we have 4 grandkids, all of them are healthy, and you know, but we know that some circumstances like this can happen in a moment's notice and unexpected, and you know, it's a great cause, and we feel that it's something that God's blessed us and in our aviation career, and it's just a way that we can give back, not to the community, just to the community, but to the families. And you know, it's just our gift from God back to some, you know, families that need it.
Well, I think that is pretty amazing. You know, you guys to ride all that way, just because this is a good cause, and it is a good cause. I mean, they have raised so much funds for different families, for different causes. I know last year they did for the service dogs. My grandson was actually one that was on there because my grandson has type 1 diabetes, and so he was actually on there. They raised money for him. He now has the money that he needs to get his dog. And so I appreciate how much they do, and it's just so good to hear how much others appreciate that you would drive all that way. Okay, tell me, how far did you like get on your bikes this morning, yesterday? What did you do?
575 miles. Yeah.
It wasn't all in rain though, right?
No, absolutely not. It was beautiful weather. Hopefully it's beautiful weather tomorrow, going home.
So you still had to ride out here in the rain though, right?
Yeah, we got up this morning at 8 o'clock, and we were trying to find a window to get out here to where without just getting soaking wet, you know, and beat some lightnings. But we missed it. We like, you know what?
There wasn't a window.
There was not a window. So I think we're gonna go back to Tim and Cindy's, our friends, and probably get in the cage and probably do the route, because you know, just no reason to, you know, endure it if you don't have to. I mean, obviously you like to ride and you ride for a cause, but you know, no reason to put yourself at risk either. So it's 27 miles back to the house, get the cage, still go and support all the local businesses that are supporting this, you know, and that, you know, that they're looking forward to having the extra business, and they brought in extra staff, I'm sure, to support all this. So that's at a cost, you know, to their businesses. So, you know, we want to support them as well, because, you know, they're part of this as well and part of the community.
Well, I just want to say thank you, because for you to say that, you know, that those businesses put up, you know, more staff and everything else for people to come by, you know, not everybody thinks about that. They think about the ride itself, and number one is safety.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. But to go home, get your car, go around to these businesses, because they did put a lot of work into it, and I appreciate that. It's very honorable of you guys to be able to do that. So I want to ask you, how did you feel about riding up here? Do you ride your own bike, and are you excited about riding home, maybe in the rain tomorrow?
I do have my own bike. I just got it, and we do it. We ride all the time, so we love it. This is like he said, we raised our kids, they're gone. This is something that we do for ourselves and for the community, so we love it. And no, I'm not ready for that ride tomorrow.
This is a standard lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. Ladendorf Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are. The attorneys at Ladendorf Law have over 100 years of experience in personal injury and wrongful death litigation. Call us at Ladendorf Law. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
So Mindy, you are the featured woman rider, Southside Harley Davidson. Tell me about your bike, because I love the V-Stars.
This is a 2002 V-Star 650. I've actually had this bike twice. I've bought it twice. I sold it to a friend of mine when I quit riding while my daughter was younger, and I wanted to raise her. After my daughter got out of high school, my friend still had the bike, and I bought it back. So I've had this bike for a very long time.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, I loved this bike, and she had it in a barn, and she had upgraded hers. She had upgraded this, and I asked if I could buy it back. So I've had it twice.
So is this the first bike you ever had?
No, this is my third bike. My first bike was what we call a barn bike. It was a little 400cc Shadow. It's what I learned on. I had a 650 custom, and then 650 classic, and then I had the 650 custom. So they're both Yamahas and Honda. So.
Well, I love these bikes. They are so comfortable to ride on. So, Mindy, you have a unique story. You started riding. What about your husband?
Well, I started riding in 2002, so I've been riding for quite some time. Paul and I met approximately 5 years ago, and I got him started riding. So he never had a bike, and he was never a rider until we got together 5 years ago, and I got him to get his license, and so we've been going ever since. So it's a unique story. I had the bike and got him on it too. So.
Do you have any kind of rides that you plan on doing on this bike?
We are wanting to go to Gatlinburg, so I'd like to try my hand doing that. I would also like to do Tail of the Dragon. I have done Daytona Bike Week and Biketoberfest, so I have done that with a couple of rides down there in Florida. But we love doing the charity rides. It's just we know that the money goes to a good cause and the camaraderie with the other riders. So that's what we just enjoy doing.
Well, I'm glad that you're here today. It's a beautiful bike. Again, I love your bike. Have a lot of happy miles on it.
You have to check out the key.
I saw the key and I love the key.
Thank you very much.
People talk about your one-stop shop. Well, Flat Out Motorsports is definitely a one-stop shop.
Maybe you like to hit the streets on two wheels, whether you're a touring guy, whether you're a cruising guy, or maybe you like the sport bikes.
If you'd rather play in the dirt, there's 4 wheels or there's 2 wheels.
Or maybe you've gotten to that point where you're ready for an extra wheel. They got the Can-Am Spider and the ever so cool Slingshot.
Or maybe you don't like the dirt or the road, then you can get on the water. Take this baby for a ride.
No matter what you need, no matter what brand you like to ride, all the safety gear, helmets, whatever you're looking for, it's all right here under one roof. And with the used motorcycle sales, you can pretty much find any kind of motorcycle you like.
You have been injured in an automobile collision, and suddenly your vocabulary has been expanded to include terms totally unfamiliar to you. We know accidents can be overwhelming to the injured victims and their families. You know you can put your trust in the familiar faces of Ladendorf Law. We take care of you and your family so that you can focus on recovering from your injuries. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Hey man, it's a beautiful Wednesday evening. We happen to be up here in the Greenwood area. We have the brand new Southside Harley-Davidson Riding Academy course set up right here just on the south end of Greenwood. So we thought, you know what, let's just stop by and see how things are going. You got students out here, they're getting ready to hop on their bikes, they're getting ready to start learning a little bit about what's going on here in the motorcycle world. So we figured, what the heck, we're in the area, let's stop by, say hi, and maybe talk to a few of these people and find out what they're learning out here. Well, here we are at Southside Harley-Davidson's Riding Academy. The brand new facility is open now, and class is on its way. So April, what made you decide to go through a safety course?
Well, I'm an empty nester now, and so it's time for me to live for me. I've always loved motorcycles, and now's my time to get off the back and get in the front.
There you go. I love it. I love it. An empty nester, you're going to have a little more, hopefully a little more free time now to be able to do some of the things you enjoy doing. And so what do you think so far about the class?
I'm really enjoying the class. This is the first time that I've ever been on the front, so I've never even experimented except in a little semi-class. So this is fun for me. This is really fun for me.
Well, and you guys get to ride the Harleys out here, and I've noticed you guys have been doing some practice is going forth, taking off and stopping and everything else. Obviously, the two most important things about riding, I think.
Yes, yes, very important, very important.
So if there was somebody out there that was thinking about doing this, what would you say to them?
Go for it. Go for it. It's fun. It's like riding a bike. Pun intended.
A really fast bike?
Yes, a really fast bike.
Well, I'm so glad you're having fun, and I hope you get to spend a lot of time out on the roads. And, you know, we do a thing called the Featured Woman Rider. So one of these days, maybe we'll meet up with you at a charity ride, and we'll get to talk to you when you've got your bike sitting there, and you can tell me about your bike. I just love seeing people going through the course. And now, you said you're an empty nester. I wouldn't have believed that by looking at you. I thought you were one of the kids yourself. So, obviously, if you're an empty nester, that means you're not a teenager anymore, and you're not too old to learn how to do anything, huh?
Right. That's right. Even with ailments and things like that, you have arthritis, whatever, you can still get out here and ride. I love it.
Amen. I love to hear that. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to let you take your break now with everybody else, and thank you so much for talking.
No problem. Thank you.
Out here on the safety course, I noticed you just got off the motorcycle. What made you decide to do something like this?
Well, my dad rode, and I was put on the back of a bike at 8, and I'm just a biker at heart. I love the life, being around it, and I decided to just not be a passenger. I wanted to be a rider.
That's pretty cool. Now, do you own your own bike yet?
Not yet. I'm ready to shop. Ready.
That's exactly what Cindy did. As soon as she got through her course, it was like, okay, now I got to go get a motorcycle, and it hasn't stopped since. So, I think it's great. I love to see it, and I love to see more women riding, their own bike and everything else. So far, what do you think about the class?
Man, it's awesome. It actually opened my eyes up a little bit more to what it takes to be a rider. Yeah. Not just jumping on a bike, wearing the cool clothes. It's a lot. Safety is a must, and these guys take you through A to B, everything, and I feel confident. I'm still a little nervous because it's just me. This is my first time driving a motorcycle ever today, what you've seen. So, but I'm confident in my coaches, and I'm going to trust they're going to get me through it, and we'll see what happens.
So what would you tell somebody out there that's thinking about doing this? What would you recommend?
Go for it. If it's in your heart, it's your passion, do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it stop you. Get you some wind therapy. Exactly. Get on those two wheels and ride out.
I love it. And you know what? Looking cool doesn't hurt either. You got the hair looking really good tonight.
It's jacked up, y'all. Forgive me.
No, I love it, man. I love it. I mean, yeah, it's helmet hair, but that's the way it's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? Helmet hair. That's going to be my excuse from here on out. When I want to call my hair, it's helmet hair. Thanks.
There you go. Then we head back. Then we head out.
Man,
Probably
that light's bright.
Bright light.
Really
I think he's going to turn into one of those crazy things.
When did you get that bright light?
All right, April, we're out here on let me start that all over again.